Well, Commissioner, welcome to the committee. Thank you so much for being here today. When you came before the committee for your nomination hearing, you noted in questions for the record that if confirmed, it will be a priority of mine to ensure IRS employees are where they need to be to carry out IRS's mission most effectively. Mr. Commissioner, over a year later, I continue to hear that my constituents are having trouble obtaining assistance from the Internal Revenue Service. My office, like I'm assuming all of my colleagues' offices, still regularly receives complaints from Hoosiers that the local IRS offices are empty, representatives aren't consistently answering the phones, and when someone at the IRS does pick up, there's often no resolution to the issue at hand. So, Commissioner, I know you're here today touting some customer service improvements and advocating for additional funds for the IRS. One of the reasons you were put in this position, I think the general perception was, in looking at your background, you're a results-oriented guy. And I know that it's your objective, your team's objective, to make sure you achieve results. I am curious what results you're seeing that indicate success regarding taxpayer services, however. Frankly, the IRS has received billions of dollars in supplemental funding, and yet 2 years later, we're still seeing some poor customer results manifested in the feedback I get from taxpayers. So it's my responsibility to press a bit on that issue. I suspect you're going to quote me some data on phone answering rates. Unfortunately, those phone answering rates aren't particularly instructive to us because those answered phone calls aren't actually leading to resolutions by my estimation, which is why I continue to hear from my constituents all sorts of lamentations and upset pertaining to the service from the IRS. So I'll just ask you, Mr. Commissioner, give you an opportunity to respond. Why is the IRS just focused on hiring employees to answer the phones instead of focusing on hiring where taxpayer problems remain the most significant, such as the processing of paper returns, responding to correspondence, and resolving taxpayer disputes and issues?
So let me start by saying, Senator, I will say it here, we have more work to do. We want every taxpayer in America to feel like if they need the IRS, we're there for them, that we answer the call, that the person on the other end of the line or the person in the walk-in center or the tool on irs.gov meets their needs. And we have not achieved that goal. So there's no victory lap here. There's a lot more work to do. And as you can imagine, as the IRS Commissioner, 99 out of 100 voices I hear from taxpayers are concerns. I know that a lot of taxpayers are being served well. I know that things are trending better. I'm not going to cite all the statistics, but I know that we are answering more calls. We are getting more people into those walk-in centers in the Hoosier State. We are serving more people in the Hoosier State than we ever have served before, but that doesn't mean we're done. We have more work to do, and we are prioritizing some of the areas that you raised. Where we don't answer the calls effectively are on some of these topics that we are going to focus on, like victims of identity theft. We need to do more on that, and some of your colleagues on both sides of the aisle have raised really pressing questions where there are still gaps in the ability of the IRS to serve. But I want to build on the momentum. Things are getting better. Things are improving on all dimensions of customer service, but the race is not finished.
We're going to stay on top of this issue. As you know, we have a 5-minute question and answer format on this committee, and got roughly 15 seconds left. Certainly not enough to continue with this line of questioning. I've put on the record my concerns. I've heard from you that we should remain hopeful. but continue to vigorously oversee the IRS, and I will certainly do the latter on behalf of my constituents. Thank you.
Thank you.